Right, I've started recording, so quick introduction just for the purposes of Neil Clamp. Hello all, welcome to What's Happened live vlog. Started just now, nothing happened before now. Yeah, as the kids would say, this could be laggy AF. That's a swear is I'm going to get live. Hey, Paul Nichols is here in the race, good to see you, man. Noel Simpson's joined, and Quan Lecu. I must try and actually say your name properly. I'm just going to go with Monsieur Lecu as before. Martin's going to listen to me instead of music tonight. I wouldn't advise it. Could be very distracting. Right, things I'm going to run through tonight, but I probably won't do it until I'm doing half a watt per kilogram midway through the mountain. But we could talk about our Quitty Bang Bang race, which I'm fighting to get on. The Herd v WKG race, which is scheduled for Wednesday. New kit update, stage 13 preview, and an update on some in real life WKG meetups. Mainly forced because one of the main ones, in case you hadn't heard, has been cancelled. The 24-hour Revolve 24 race is not taking place this year, which is really sad. I was really hyped up for that one, having gone and visited it last September, but it is no more, or certainly not for this year. So I jokingly said we'll put our own event on, but I'm actually kind of considering it now for anyone that's interested in doing a very hacked together 24-hour ride somewhere. It might just be a really stupid, well, it is a really stupid idea, but it might be too stupid even for me. Right, I better pay attention to starting. And quickly check the comments. Niall Simpson at work, so just popping in, say hello. Hello Niall, great to see you, dude. We'll watch later, have fun up the Alp. Yeah, I'm not sure that's ever the word, but I'll do my best. Florent Gooning, a new one. Hello Florent. Great to have you here. Martin Prop, got about 20 seconds lag. Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case, so I'm seeing 9 seconds to go. And you guys are about 20 seconds behind me, but anyway, here we go. And we're off. Luckily, very gentle start on this race with that lovely long slow lead in to the foot of the mountain. I'm sure we turned right coming out of the start pen though. Oh no, it's the right bend here, isn't it? Hey, Kev's in the race. Good to see you, man. He hates the Alp as well. Kev, chapeau, dude. Yeah, so I'm taking it nice and slow on this running. I didn't do much of a warm-up. It was more of a trying to get the system set up whilst rolling around. Where did I go? Yorkshire. I don't like that route, particularly when you're just riding. So, yeah, this lead-in will be a nice little warm-up. I probably should get on the wheels though, shouldn't I? Hang on. Try and get in Kev's bunch. There we go. Right, let's check some comments. Let's do it. 24 hours of the WKG. It'd be awesome. I don't know how we'd pull it off. Maybe we can actually hire a local circuit for a 24-hour period and just do our own one. I will look into that. Wouldn't necessarily have to be one of the prime F1 circuits. Could be one of the lesser known, more sort of local race circuits. I'm thinking like Castle Combe, Snetterton, those sort of places. Although I'd be lying if I didn't say half the appeal of Brands Hatch was because I could literally ride there and back if I wanted. It's that close. Oh guys, slow down, this is far too much energy required. I suppose it's because we're on this bloody dust. Yeah, The WKG 24 hours would be awesome. Oop, what have I just done? What else we got? Tor Martinson, you need to talk about Herd v WKG on Wednesday. Yeah, I do indeed. It's on my list, Tor. I'm not 100% sure how it works, if I'm honest, but breaking it down into its simplest terms, I believe it's a multi-lap race on the one of the Crit City courses, the Dolphin one, whatever it's called, and points are allocated based on your position at the end of each lap. So, and split category wise as well. So I think each category, A, B, C, D, possibly E, go off 5 minutes apart as far as I understand. So if you're in C category like myself, and like myself likely to be first over the line each lap, I'll pick up 50 points per lap. And it's 49 for second, 48 for third, and so on. That's my understanding. I might be way off, so anyone with a better knowledge of it, please give me a shout or comment in here. But that's set for Wednesday at 6:30 GMT, so it probably or possibly will clash with the WKG Mini Crit, depending on how quickly you go. But as a team v team event, it should be really good, so I think it'd almost be worth missing the Mini Crit to get involved in that. Probably not something I should say about my own race, but there we go. Only this week. I expect you to be back in the Mini Crit next week. Joe Walker, good luck all and pretend to enjoy it. I think that's what I'm good at, pretending I enjoy it until it just gets to a certain point, and then all my bravado goes out the window. I start moaning and whining, sweating, crying, the occasional puking. Right, we're probably going to be interrupted by my dog barking in a moment. I think my son's just come back. I can see Steve Newton, he's 7 seconds up the road from me. Kev's in this group along with Martin Prop, S Herald, P Hargreaves, D Hudson, M Robertson, G Krumel. So, decent bunch. We're obviously some way off 2 other groups, it looks like, further up the road. That's alright. Wait till we get to the climb. We'll destroy them. Unless Brian Roden's in one of those groups. And might as well forget about it. Okay, another comment. Duncan Murray, have fun. Cheers, buddy. Stephen Game, good luck. Cheers, Stephen. Mr. Harvey from the other side of the planet. Good to see you, dude. Peter Wilson, can't race, still injured with my 3rd testicle. Yeah. For anyone not familiar with the story, Peter Wilson had a nasty crash whilst mountain biking. And I'll try not to be too graphic, but basically he ended up with a rather disturbing growth next to 2 other disturbing growths that he already had. And he's been periodically having to drain fluid from this extra bollock, basically. So, hope you're feeling better anyway, Peter. I know you're not 100%, but I hope you're on the mend anyway, in the right direction. Hey, John Grasso. Another one from the other side of the pond. Great to see you, man. Nadja's here, the Nadjanator. Great to see you. Alex Vandermeulen. Salut, Florent. Mike Berger on. Good evening, Marcus, and wishing all a good race. Thank you, Mike. Carlos. Boss makes it look easy typing, commentating and writing. I assure you, I really don't. I need to have a camera set up to about there, and you'll be able to see the mess of crap that's going on down here while all this happens. Thank you anyway, Carlos. I think that's about the kindest thing anyone's ever said to me. Plus, we're on a -3 gradient. It won't look quite so easy when I'm riding up 9%, 10%, 14%, whatever. And speaking of that, here is the laser gates of doom. Kev wheel suck in, as he always does. Looking to use my superior power to catapult him into the climb. Look you, quite laggy. If it's only quite laggy, I'm pleased. I was expecting effing laggy. There's Mr. Prop on my wheel, Mr. Herald. Ralph Allez. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Ralph. I'm sorry, dude. Good to see you. Look you, relaxing on the couch, watching people race the Alpe. Yeah, probably a better plan. Mr. Stone, I believe points are for all KATTs, so KATT going to grab first few laps. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, we're hitting the climb, so I'll try and elaborate on what Gordon's just messaged. But yeah, if there's a 5-minute gap between categories, obviously KATT, oh hang on, KATT will go off first, and are therefore more likely to pick up the maximum points going over the line. So it's not 50 points for the first A, 50 points for the first B, 50 for the first C, 50 for the first D. It's points based on overall position. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you, Gordon, for clarifying that. On that basis then, I won't win the first lap as I had previously predicted, because the Ds will have a 5-minute head start on me. Nadia, greetings from the couch from Pi, Jane and me. Great to see you guys. Oh, my PiCycles.D stickers are on the way. Great stuff. I'll probably have to clean a patch of dirt off the back of Dobby before I can stick one on. Oh, I'm putting out too much power for me in this low part. I'm trying to just stick on Steve Newton's. Oh, he's behind me, what am I talking about? I was looking at the guy in front thinking it was Steve. Right, he can go away then, I'm not bothered. I just want to stay with Steve and Martin if I can. Yeah, here. Thank you for the stickers, Nadia and Jane. Stephen Game, yeah, confirming what Gordon said. These go off first. So, it's basically a case of everybody chasing each other category down, like with the mini crit. Obviously, the more of them from the other category that you can overtake, the more points you pick up per lap. Thank you, Dirk, for the ride on. Great to see you, dude. Oh, Steve's not feeling good. Alright, I'll attack him in a minute then. Shouldn't have told me that, Steve. And right as I read that out, he pumps in 3 watts per kilogram. Comes right back up onto my wheel. Hey, Paul's here. Mr. Trilk, reigning C category league champion. Good to see you, dude. Joe Walker, is the jungle less sticky than it had become? I don't know, because obviously we were in a group, so it was hard really to make a comparison. There's definitely some stick still. Still the rolling resistance factor, possibly not quite as realistic as it could be. Joe Walker, check out my comment, it says anniversary follower. Please send him presents. Yeah, I've noticed, I think Peter was one as well. I did notice that. I don't know how long the anniversary is. I think some of you are bordering on like stalker follower. I don't know if they specifically have that category. That'd be great if they did. Thank you, Monica Schlang, and oh, who did I see just before that? Was it Asman Sandvan and wheels rider for the ride-ons. Cheers, guys. Darren Hunter, feet up, sipping on monkey shoulder, waiting for pickled onions. I've actually written in my book in massive letters, no pickled onions tonight. I can't do that and ride the Alp and live stream unless I get cramp, because I know pickle juice is good for cramp. So I wonder if ghost chili pickled onions will do the same job. Again, for anyone that doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, Darren Hunter, I'm going to say kindly, but I'm not sure how kind it is, sent me some ghost chili pickled onions just before Christmas. And I know the whole intention of sending me that gift was to see me eat one on camera. So, obviously in my quest for internet stardom, I will do that, but don't everybody else see that as a green light that I will basically whore myself out for anything for viewers and subscribers. There is a limit. I think these pickled onions might just be it. Thank you for the ride-ons I just got from Darren Hunter, Carlos I think, and Jane. LaQ just confirming the jungle feels like a swamp. Yeah, I didn't notice it. I wasn't paying enough attention, I don't think, but it definitely does slow you down. Just hanging with the prop monster. And the Nadinator. Thank you, Nadia, for the ride on. Hey, Mr. Capel's here. Great to see you, Len. I loved watching your race with Tor the other day in our last league race. I thought my race was great fun. Obviously, having dropped away from the main bunch and then having a race to the line with another bunch, I really enjoyed it. And then I watched Tor's stream, and that looked like a brilliant race with you and a whole handful of guys coming to the line. Cheers, Jamie Woodward, for the ride on. Yeah, Nadja, she's another stalker follower. I'd imagine that means Jane is as well. She was the first member, so she's got to be like the ultra stalker. Hey, Jay Anderson. Thank you, dude, for the ride on. I'm getting out of breath, can you tell? How's the knee from the queue? Asked that very timely point. That actually is a little bit uncomfortable, mainly because I'm sort of slow grinding up this steep bit. But I did, although I seem to have lost them, I did bring some Nurofen in with me, so I can pop one or two if things get a little bit too much. I haven't had it checked out yet, which is really bad because I am aware it's not going to just go away. So I do need to try and understand what it is exactly. Might be that I need a particular type of rest or a particular type of exercise, or what is more than likely something more specific around my bike fit, maybe even just to do with my cleats and pedals. This is my glass of wine stand-in for tonight. Cheers, everyone. Hey, Mr. Morton. Thanks, dude, for the ride on. And J Ben. Miles from Maxon. Apparently more than one pickled onion is the obligation. What, like more than one at once? Can't see that happening. Right, whose ride on did I just miss? There's one from LaQ. Hey, Thank you, dude. I think it was either Michael or Zoe Collins was the one I missed, so I'll say hello to both of you. Zoe, Michael, good to see you. Hey, got a feather. Nice. Hey, Mr. Sloan. He with the power sprint from Sunday's race. Sunday, Saturday. I can't remember when it was. Actually, it wasn't even that, was it? Was it Friday evening? Oh, God. I don't know. The prop monster's stretching his legs ahead of me for the moment. But I'm not going to chase him. Just going to keep an eye on him. One in each of my hamster cheeks. I don't know if there's any space. I keep loose change and socks and stuff in my cheeks. That's why they look the way they do. Hey Ralph, cheers buddy for the ride on. Mr. Clog is here. Great to see you, Steve. The legend that is Steve Clog of the pack fame. Ah, Martin waited for me. Very generous, Martin. You might regret that if I'm still with you near the top, because I won't wait for you. If I have legs, I'm not that fair. I will forget that you waited for me and attack with everything I've got. It's just how it should be. Brian Roden's stuffed, meaning food, or you're just done, exhausted. I'm exhausted. We're 6.9 kilometres into this race. I'm knackered. Hey, Mr. Elliot Kowalczyk. Hello, Dave. Great to see you, man. One of my fellow NC 500ers for June. Right, so I try and talk about some of the things in my show notes as Percy Santa Maria joins us. Great to see you, Percy. Okay, so Critty Critty Bang Bang. This is our supposed every Tuesday night crit race on Crit City. The reason I say supposed is you lot will probably all remember how long ago I requested this. And what I did is originally I put in a note to Zwift saying I found a gap in the schedule. They like to insist that there's a 10-minute gap either side of other events to try and schedule a new one. So I found a gap which was 7:45 PM Tuesday nights. I asked if I could secure that to set up the Critty Critty Bang Bang. I was told they weren't setting up any new events until the new year. Obviously I wasn't actually trying to set up an event, I was trying to just sort of reserve a slot because, you know, I know we're not the biggest team out there and I understand how many requests they must get, so I thought I'd get in and just try and get a foot in for that time. Anyway, I left it until New Year, emailed again, can you confirm that we've got that time slot, blah blah blah. Didn't hear anything, or I don't think I heard anything, maybe I got the same response, we're not scheduling anything just yet. So I waited a little bit longer, another few days, same email, obviously I'm keen to get this time slot booked in spotted a gap, blah blah blah. Didn't hear anything. So I went to email them last night, or was it Saturday? And I thought I'd check the schedule again, make sure that slot is still available. And it's been filled with a brand new event, a women's Crit City race. So obviously I felt a little bit put out. So I've emailed once again to say, please can you explain why other events are being scheduled, and obviously I'm not getting any kind of response. And I found an alternative time which isn't as convenient for most. It's 16:20 in the evening on Tuesdays. Those times of GMT. So yeah, I'm a little bit miffed at the moment. Just feel like we've kind of been overlooked in favour of some other teams, but I'm sure there are times when everybody feels like that. Anyway, long story, slightly less long. I've requested 6:20 PM Tuesday nights for our Crit City race. Fingers crossed. Hey, Dave Standing's here. Great to see you, Dave. Sorry I'm late. Work and stuff. No excuse. I think if you shared the link with your work colleagues, bosses, whoever, that there's a live stream on tonight, I think they'd fully understand that you need to leave early, take into account traffic and all the rest of it. Or, at the very least, they can put up a big screen at work. Alex van der Meulen saying, go, 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 Florent. I might have to look up further up the road to see where Florent is, see what he's doing. Percy's lunchtime entertainment sorted. Oh, of course, I forget. So what are you, about 5 hours behind, Percy? I might just about be finished by the time you go home from work, Percy. I didn't see where Kev went. I'm assuming he's quite a way up the road. I'll give Kev a bit of jip. Nothing he doesn't deserve, obviously, but I'm actually going to give him a compliment today. He's been working really hard in preparation for the NC 500. He lost 5 pounds last week. He's been in the gym doing other things, not just cycling, so core strength work, stuff like that. So kudos, mate. That's I wish I had that kind of determination, willpower and commitment. It's really good, but you're still an old ugly knob, so no amount of training can help that. Dave Standing, we have huge screens at work, I'm on it. If anyone ever does that, please take a photo. I'd love to see that. That'd be my claim to fame, that I'm on some kind of cinema. Well, that's how I'd palm it off to the family anyway. Like you, I'm impressed by the chattiness while pushing out watts and a heart rate 172. Yeah, it won't last long. One thing we'll have to give, and it's more likely to be the legs than the chattiness, if I'm honest. Hey, Mr. Purvis from the FCC, Frosty Cycling Crew. Great to see you, man. Percy, it's just after 2 PM here. Yeah, so about 5 hours. Cool. Mr. McGrath. Dude, great to see you, man. Percy has a very similar heart rate to me. And don't think he could be this chatty. Oh, God. If I can, Percy, you definitely can. What's your max heart rate, Marcus? I've been known to hit the 190s. Generally, well, occasionally I've been over 200. Generally speaking, I know I'm in properly in the hurt locker if I'm at the top end of the 70s, early 80s. Hey, Kevin's watching as well as riding. He's responded to my comment. Just rattling chains. Chains? Rattling cages. The Q, if he's racing, usually around 180 BPM. Yeah, I'd say I'm high 70s tends to be my average during a race. Hey, Decaz, thank you, dude, for the ride on. Pedro saying, good evening. Marcus will keep talking even with no heart rate at all. I have been known to sleep talk, if that counts, which will be a treat for whoever's sharing my room when we do the Scottish Highlands ride. I think it's Jason. I think Jason's drawn the short straw. He's going to be rooming with me. Not sure if you knew that yet, Mr. Arblaster, but there you go. My burger on. Oh, I'm going to screenshot this one. This is beautiful. You're amazing, racing, blogging and full commentary. Thank you, man. Do you know what'd be even better? Is if I did any of those things well. It's easy to be moderately okay at all those three things simultaneously. But what would be brilliant is if I could race like Brian Roden or Tor or Kev, commentate like Nathan Guerra, and vlog like Francis Cade. Now that would be a successful channel. But I will take the compliment. I'm very, very proud of that. Martin's got 10 seconds on me now. Steve Newton's 21 behind. I know Martin's watching this, so I'm going to spoil the surprise, but I will attack Martin at some point. For the moment, I need to make sure I can just get to the finish. Thank you, Ashley, for the ride on. I'm gonna heart Mike Bergeron's comment. Love that. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, Padron. Absolutely. My knee seems to be holding up well. But yeah, I think it is this kind of ride, unfortunately, that will reveal lingering problems. I mean, I can definitely feel it. There's like a sharp pain, but it's nothing major at the moment. The other day, it was like a hot, sharp stabbing pain, which just wasn't great. Mr. Prop's having a rest. But yeah, I really should get it checked out. I'm the worst at this. I know when I should go and get something looked at, and it takes usually a lot of pestering from my wife and my mother-in-law, of all people, to drag me to a doctor's or hospital or something. Is the New Forest meetup ride still planned for the 15th of March? Yes. I thought it was the 14th, can't remember, one of those days. Yeah, absolutely. The only... I mean, I kind of put this out to the guys that are going, but the only possible reason for maybe delaying it by a week that I can see is getting the new kits in time. It's my fault entirely, mainly because I've been having to convert the design files from Endura to fit the templates from Primal, and I'm only able to sort of jump in 5 minutes at a time, do a bit here, do a bit there. So I've sent the special edition jersey design off to them, so they're doing the final artwork and a mock-up of that for us. But the main kit, I've not sent them the finished artwork. I have done the jersey. In fact, I probably should send that over this evening. I've not finished the bibs. It's an 8-week turnaround, which puts us right on the cusp of them being delivered to me in time for the New Forest meetup. So it may be that anyone that's coming on that meetup and wants to order a kit may prefer to wait until we got the kits, but it's entirely up to you guys. But yeah, I'm well up for that. I actually drove to Bournemouth last week. In fact, that's where I got that puncture, the picture I put up of Dobby. The tyre blew literally as I was approaching a slip road on the motorway, so I was very lucky to be able to get off somewhere where I could fix it. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I drove to Bournemouth and we actually went through some of the roads, not directly through the New Forest, I don't think, but we got a good look at some of it. It's just beautiful. It was a miserable day, but it still just looked amazing, so I'm well up for that. Darren Hunter, bring your thermals, yeah. Yeah, in mid-March, will definitely be warm weather gear, which actually is a brilliant segue, thank you Darren, for what have I jotted down? Okay, yeah, so as well as the 2 kits, or the 2 jerseys and the bib shorts, Primal have confirmed the arm warmers and a jacket, although they've given me prices for the jacket, but I have a feeling they've given it for a sort of sleeveless gilet, where in actual fact I was looking to get a warmer, more long sleeve, full sort of winter jacket. So I've gone back to that with them, but yes, they can produce them, so I'm just waiting on final price from them. I've got rough designs worked out for that as well, so I'll try not to delay the order any further. But basically, as soon as I know for definite that they can produce the kits exactly as per the designs, I will I'll open up the order. I just don't want people ordering and then us not being able to actually get what we're supposed to be getting. So that's a good point. The clock's changed the following week. I'm assuming you mean the following week after the 15th. Well, if that's the case, it would make even more sense maybe to do it the next week. But yeah, we can discuss that. Mr. Stephen, I will be able to donate my tongue to medical research. I reckon tongue cramp is something you'd expect me to suffer from, but I've not experienced that yet. But yeah, that is probably the most used muscle in my body, if I'm honest. Joe Walker, can they do bobble hats? We don't need them to do bobble hats. We have Mr. Jason Bobble Masterman. And actually, speaking of that, I was going to do a draw tonight, but I forgot to message Jason to see if he actually had any hats done. I think he has. And if you're sitting on a stockpile of hats, and it's entirely my fault that they've not been going out, I do sincerely apologise. But let me know, and I'll make sure we do a draw on the next live stream for sure. Maybe a double one. So Martin now 12 seconds ahead of me, Steve only 14 behind. I've not been really taking this race that seriously so far, I think it's fair to say. But don't get too comfortable, Prop Monster. I will unleash a pooky power at some point. Padro, we'll be able to order some more socks. I will throw in until, like, while stocks last, I will throw in a pair of socks with every single jersey order or bib order. I'd actually like to get rid of these socks with a view to further down the line actually just getting some new ones made that I like more than these. Have a bit more control over the colour and the actual bloody logo design, which, I don't know, I could prattle on about that for ages, of how wrong they got the socks. I could license them. What, the hats? Yeah. Oh yeah, well, Jason could. We could get some kind of embroidered logo on them, license them out to a big manufacturer. Although, to be fair, I wouldn't want to take that away from Jason. But I think he finds it very therapeutic, which is why he does it, so fair play. Clampy's here. Joe Walker, still think cutting the toes. Oh. I actually have done it. I shouldn't be telling you. I wanted it to be a surprise on my next outdoor ride. But yeah, I did actually make some arm warmers out of a pair of socks. They work surprisingly well. So yeah, that was a Joel Walker idea. Clampy is here. Great to see you, man. Campy saying I'm not there yet. No, bloody am not. Oh, I'm not even halfway. I've not got your pace, Clampy. What have I missed? A couple of comments up above. Kev Stevens, orange or the white socks? And ban Kev Stevens. See, Kev's a milestone follower. I think that makes him full-on stalker. Dan Hunter, can't we just contract the hats out to some nanas? Joe, my nan used to knit. God rest her soul. She, this will sound, I don't want to make this morbid because it's actually a really funny thing, but she was a paranoid schizophrenic, and it was very well medicated, I have to say, but you could really tell when she had been a bit lax on her medication. But anyway, every Christmas she would knit my dad a gift, and she wasn't a Jason Masterman kind of knitter, but she loved it and it helped her with her condition and the rest of it. But we could tell again the years where her medication wasn't quite right, depending on what my dad got as a present for Christmas. And one year she wrapped up a jumper that she'd knitted for him, and it literally was a kind of tea towel sized square of knitted wool, and she'd cut a hole in the middle so he could squeeze it over his head. It was amazing. I wish I had a picture of it, it was brilliant. The pack sub 2 ride goes up quicker, according to Steve Clogg. Yeah, that's because there's about 15,000 of you. Get your entire pack to join one of these cat races. I'll get up there a hell of a lot quicker. Might even break that hour record. A poncho, you mean? Yeah, well, yeah, it was a poncho, but she actually said she'd knitted him a jumper, and she thought it was a jumper, and it wasn't big enough to be a poncho. It was like a slightly larger than a tea towel. Is anyone else going to try the V500, NC500? Or that coming from the legend that is Paul VNC500 Trilk. He completed it. I mean, that just makes my failure even worse. Hey, it's Steve Clogg, the Darren Hunter fan club. Gives me a ride on. I didn't realise that was still going. I was a member, I'm sure. What was I saying? Yeah, that made my failure even more painful. It wasn't Paul's fault, but just knowing that it is humanly possible for a non-pro cyclist to achieve it, and Paul did it brilliantly. What I will do is, I mentioned it the other day, I'm thinking of doing like, start off with sort of 250 miles in a week. That's still a lot for me based on what I've been doing recently. So I think that would be a good step. Might even do it this week, starting with this ride. Oh no, because I mean I'll have to ride on for quite a bit further after this. I don't think I'll have the time. But yeah, I think I'll set a distance and an elevation target, more realistic to start off with. See how that goes. And then I might revisit the NC500 a bit further down the line. But I need to make sure I leave plenty of time between finishing that one and starting the real NC500. Alright, what are we looking at time wise? The prop monster's pulling away nicely. Steve Newton's chipping away at my lead. Alright, it's all in hand, don't you worry about that. Martin Overweg, Paul's a maniac, he absolutely is. Paul Trilk saying don't bother. I haven't given since, I think he means ridden since. Yeah, I noticed you were Maria's director sportif in the league race the other day, rather than riding it. You're still trying to get your legs back, Paul. Mate, you've earned yourselves a couple of months off, I've got to say. Oh, Mr. Teagle. Bettershanger in Kent has a closed bike circuit for the 24 hours. Nice. That could be good. I know also, is it Tilgate? Not Tilgate. What's it called? I think it's near Dartford, near the Dartford crossing. Tilbury? Something like that. I went go-karting there a few times with a friend years ago. It might be a bit small though, a bit small and winding. In fact, I think it's completely flat as well. Someone did suggest we'll use my gravity grind trial route for a 24-hour race. I mean, that would be pretty punishing, but so much fun. If we could get it closed off for a 24-hour period, it'd be amazing. It's about 5.5 kilometers, I think, from memory. Sand, gravel, tarmac, mud. I'm going to pop a Nurofen. My knee is a little bit naughty. Cheers, Martin, for the ride on. Hey, Mr. Hayward. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to go and flick up further, see who's further up the road. I think Paul Nichols was in here, wasn't he? So there's Martin, about 30 seconds ahead of me. There's Kev, about 30 seconds ahead of him, I think. I don't mean to be, hey, Mr. Hargreaves. I don't mean to be ignoring the names I don't recognise, but just trying to see the ones I think are part of the team that are in here. Hey, there's Paul. Flying up, where are you? Going up to turn 4, bloody hell. I suppose you know your way up this mountain quite well now, don't you? Paul Everest Nichols. Alright, is Brian Roden still here? Hey, Mr. Waddington. Great to see you, man. Oh, Paul Nursk is here, and Brian Roden. So, Jesus Christ, that's just depressing. Brian's on the final stretch. Oh, I'm glad I managed to catch him before he came over. Let's give these guys a ride on quickly. Right, well done you lot. That's really annoying. I'm coming up to turn 9. You guys are finishing. Stephen Mann, have you got a TUI for that? I'll just shout out to the missus. She can write me one up quickly. Pop it in the post in a little jiffy bag. He'll be here in no time. Look you, what's the training difficulty? It's at my standard sort of 70%. I wasn't doing 100% tonight, no way. Not yet, he hasn't, Gordon. Gordon's saying the prop monster has this one. Nah. I hope you are shaking in your boots, Mr. Prop. I'm coming for you. Just biding my time. Prepare yourself for the most ferocious attack. You remember when Sagan won his first World Championship? Just picture that kind of attack. You'll know what I'm talking about. Paul Drivo, I swear you climb faster for the same effort when trainer's at 100. Change it now and see. I do. And you do. It's true. But it's a harder gear. And the last thing my knee needs now is a harder gear. My 2 fastest ever times up here still are with the trainer at 100%. I think it rewards good fitness. I don't think it's as straightforward to say it's actually faster. But I think if your fitness is there, it's faster at 100% because you can just utilise it better. And that's probably the fairest way I could describe it from my experience. I don't know, Martin's had a little dig. Trying to dampen my spirits. You're going to need over a minute by turn 7, I reckon, Martin, to keep me back, to keep me behind you. Anyway, in response to your comment, Paul, no, I'm not putting this at 100% to test out that theory. Ralph saying he votes for a 5-minute threshold effort now, please. Not yet, Ralph. It will come. Don't know about 5 minutes, but it will come. Hey, GZMS streamer. Cheers, dude. You guys do realise my threshold at the moment is about 2.4, so I'm already there. Well done, Brian. He's finished 4th. And he's disappointed with that. Shouldn't have eaten the chippy tea so late. 12 million drops. Nice one. I got less than 1 million. Thank you, Mr. Lindstrom, for the ride on. I'm saving my drops for when they put a nice titanium gravel bike in the shop. I do love the Canyon Grail one, but I'm holding back. Thank you, Martin. Martin Donnellan. Paul Trelk, sure he just saw some tyre juice squirt out of my virtual wheels. Let's go back to tubes. How funny would that be? Zwift are always talking about wanting to gamify it more. Imagine if they did that. You get punctures, and if you're running tubeless, you get jizz squirting all over the place. That'd be brilliant. By the way, I just pumped the tyres back up after them going flat on Saturday morning or whenever it was, and spun them around a little bit again to try and spread the jizz. They seem fine. Gordon Sloan asking if that was the Sagan moment. Yeah, that was a Euro Sagan moment. The full Peter is coming. Don't worry. Thank you, Paul, saying I'm looking good. Alpe du Zwift number 224 done. Jesus, Brian. I think this is, I don't know, 20 for me? I don't, somewhere around there. Hey, John Van. Thank you, dude. Mr. Petter Summerson's here. Cheers, hands for the ride on. Great to see you, mate. Thank you, Robinson, for the ride on. Hand spread to Samson. Where do we donate money for this chap? He needs new legs and lungs. Yeah, that'd be nice. Could I have Brian Roden's lungs? Who's the monster? Who's the sprint king? Clampy's got a decent kick. I'll have Clampy's legs. Oh, Hans, yours are pretty good. I just saw a comment with Brian, I think it was, said about time Zwift introduced another bigger climb. I actually really agree. Another properly iconic one would be great. I think that's why I'm tempted by the occasional RGT race. To jump on Von 2 or Stelvio. My legs and lungs aren't quite there for it at the moment, not at pace anyway, but as fitness comes, I find myself on the Alpe du Zwift more than anywhere else on Zwift. So it would be nice to have other really big iconic climbs. Thank you, John David, for the ride on. Yeah, Hans's legs are for sale. A little rusty, but hold up a few years. Yeah, I think you've got more years in yours than I have in mine. Thank you, Thurnergel. Apologies for butchering your name. When do we do 2 times the 111? Woo! That's basically the 4 horsemen, isn't it? I am not looking forward to that. Unless I can dramatically improve my endurance and fitness in the next couple of weeks, I anticipate a similar outcome to my 111 race. Just debilitating cramp, crying, just overall horrendous discomfort. Paul Tribb did it last year. What, a double 111? Crikey. You really are a maniac. There's Sharky. Right on. Pale Mass 1.2, hardest climb I've ever done. Yeah, it's a tough one. It was really hard, but I've got to say, looking back on it now, I almost think I was helped by the distraction of the weather. It kind of masked some of the pain to a small degree. Obviously you probably did it a heck of a lot quicker than I did. That was like 2 hours 15 or something like that from the Bedouin side. And yeah, it's a long old slog, but I'll be honest, maybe I'm looking back at it with rose tinted glasses, but I certainly wasn't in the same sort of pain after that as I have been on some of these Zwift races. but the mild hypothermia, like I say, was probably a decent distraction. Ian Elston, you fall 2 seconds back on the prop monster, now's the time to push. It's coming. I did another mini push. Just trying to keep him in sight. Hey, Robert Andre Mikkelson's here, great to see you, man. Hans Peter Summerton, what's the status on your virtual 500 something? Sore subject. I suppose, I'm not sure I ever said I'll do it in 6 consecutive days, so I'm on day 2. I just had about a week's gap between day 1 and day 2. Time heals pain, that's why we have more than one baby. That's a good point, Mr. Denton. But you were there. Do you remember it being absolute agony? I know I got cramped near the top. Thank you, Maya, by the way, for the ride on. Yeah, I remember getting cramped near the top, which was painful. But it just being, the weather just dominated all my emotions. For anyone that hasn't seen our Mont Ventoux climb, there's a whole sort of 6 series video vlog of it. I think it was day 3 that we did it, and we started off at sort of 20 something degrees at the foot of Mont Ventoux, all very pleasant. Then we hit a hailstorm and -3 or 4, something like that, at the top of Mont Ventoux. That hurt. It hurt fingers and face, which is maybe why I didn't feel the pain in my legs or lungs as much. Darren Hunter saying it looked relatively easy from where he was sitting. Yep. The old armchair critic. Mr. Bailey's here. Paul, great to see you, man. My trainer's got really squeaky again. I'm going to have to re-grease it. Oh man, Prop Monster's overtaken Kev. Please don't work with him, Kev. What's this from Keith? Put it this way, in the summer in sunshine, I did it in under 2 hours. Oh wow. What, from the Bedouin side? That's impressive. I know you thrive on the heat, don't you, Keith? Time for a new bike. Always time for a new bike. Thank you, Brian, for the ride on. Well, we did Ventoux for a second time that week from the Salt side, which is a longer but slightly shallower climb. And that actually was a really pleasant ride, I gotta say. It's not a crippling gradient anywhere on it really. I think it was sort of 7%, something like that. And the weather was beautiful. So that was lovely. Hey, Tor's here. Tor, how did you get on in your race? Obviously, I should have guessed that you'd be here on the basis that Keith's here as well. So you guys have obviously finished. Let us know how you did. I think I just saw some comment about a pickled onion. Darren Hunter, last 2 kilometre full out effort to catch the propster. Yeah. I'll try. Where's the Popafari pickle and whoosh up the last few corners. I think I'd be sick. Glad you said it's your squeaky trainer. I keep looking down at mine and I'm not riding it. Yeah, it's got really loud. When, where will in real life WK meetup be? WKD meetup be? Well, the ones that are already scheduled for this year, one in the New Forest. They're all UK based at the moment, I'm afraid. One in the New Forest in March, one in Box Hill in August, obviously the NC 500 in June, and something in September to replace the 24-hour race that we've lost. So that's still open to discussion. But I do think it would be great to try and hire a closed circuit and do our own 24-hour race. That could be properly epic. Keith Denton, when we went out there, this is Von 2 still I think, in April, it was so cold, my legs don't work in the cold. Also the rainy ride to Salt, horrible. The rainy ride to Salt, was that when we were there? Was it rainy that day? Oh, that was on a different day. That was when we, yeah, over Gorsdalenesque. And then we were trying to dry all our clothes in the, on the hand dryers in the toilet room of that restaurant. They must have loved us. Right, I'm going to stop talking for a bit then. Just see if I can up this a little bit. See what we got. Hey Frosty, good to see you dude, thanks for the ride on. Loving your videos man, keep up the good work. I'm definitely going to have to come and join you and Stevie and the guys on a ride one day. Hey, cheers, Vela Viking. Snurfily. I got nothing more than that. But you all knew that. I can't significantly improve on Martin or Kev's power without the thought of my knee pop snapping, basically. My kneecap popping or snapping. Right, let's go back through some chat. I'm not going to win this race. Hans, we'll have to do a Norwegian one ourselves then. Yeah, I mean, I've long spoken about wanting to do one in Norway. From what I've seen, mainly through Snorefeli's older vlogs and pictures and things that I've seen, Norway is an absolute dream riding location. Obviously hilly, from what I gather, but I'd love to do that one. We can hire out Derby Velodrome, including coaches, and do a WKG session. Very central for most and would be really great meetup. That would be awesome. Do you have to run a fixed speed or a single speed on a velodrome? If not, that would be hilarious fun. We could set up teams. That would be great. Good shout, Paul. Paul Chook again to hand. Norway would be an amazing location for a meetup. Absolutely. Alright, here we go. So Hoff. Tor Arne Martinussen in the herd race. The Hoff is strong as a bull. He got third. Tor got fourth, and John Anderson won the KATT. Bloody hell. Superb stuff. Well done, guys. Repping the team beautifully. There's a Snorefely joined the stream. Marcus, where are all your mates? Well, half of them were on the herd race. The other half have already finished. Oh, bikes supplied if you do the velodrome. Ah, that would be brilliant. Could do a Surrey to Oslo ride, only 1,875 kilometres. Don't tempt me, Darren. I've mentioned before my ambition well outweighs my actual ability. So something like that at the moment is like, sounds good. And then I'd get from Surrey to, I don't know, where would we go from? I'd get up to maybe just the outskirts of southeast London and I'd pop. Well done, Prop Monster and Kev anyway. They'd obviously saved more power than I had. Because even when I'm trying to dig, I'm not getting more 2.7, 2.8 watts per kilogram anyway. And I think they're quite comfortably rolling at that. Let's have a look. Ah, they're all working as a team, that's why. I'd have definitely had both of them. Disgusting. Oh, Kev's going for it. Yeah, see look. Martin's now mid to high threes, Kev's mid to high fours. I wouldn't have had that anyway. Oh, Martin's coming, Kev. Oh, there he goes. Boom. I think he's going covered. Whoop. Yeah, Kev's on the flat. He's managed to do that one. Well done. Kev's over the line. Ish. Here's Martin. Good job, Martin. I was convinced you would blow up more than that, but you paced yourself brilliantly. And I didn't have the kick I thought I'd have, or hoped I'd have. Well done, dude. Alright, let's get back to me. Oh, I am around the final bend though, that's pretty good. I'm pleased with that. I've got to make sure I can keep Sharky from the dirt team behind me. That trainer needs shooting, yeah, cool. It's when it's on high, steep gradients, and obviously resistance is working much harder. I have to give that a serious greasing. Paul Chilk saying the Surrey to Oslo ride, we could do it using one of the Amsterdam beer bikes. Oh yeah. How many do they hold? About 12 riders? So that would be like 11 and a half with me sitting there pretending to pedal. Martin Prop saying, yeah, that was tough. You got a new PR. Great one, Martin. Well done, dude. I'd like to think I had something to do with that by suggesting I was going to chase you. Hey, Mr. Medeiros. Excellent to see you, my friend. Always nice to see your name pop up. Oh, so they haven't fixed that distance bug then. I've just gone from 300 metres to 470. Nice. Tell you what though, I am pretty pleased I didn't get cramp. My knee is hurting a bit now, but nothing terrible. I just whack the frozen peas on it when I get off. That's quite encouraging. Yeah, and I've gone over 1 million drops as well. Nice. Paul Nichols, he's obviously finished ages ago, did he? Good to see you, man. And I think that was Rob Coveney that just gave me a ride on. Thank you very much, great to see you. If Oslo is too far, there is also Le Jog. That's something on my bucket list. And I actually have written down a route, or planned a route for, it's called Le God. Land's End to Godstone, where I live. So, I think I might actually do that at some point. It's like a few days camping. Just a solo, self-sufficient trip, just when I find a free weekend. But yeah, Le Jog, obviously that's on most cyclists' bucket lists. But yeah, something I would be very, very proud to have ticked off my list. I've got to get around the NC 500 first before I even consider anything else like that. How many wasted watts is the squeaky trainer? At least 75, I would say, Paul. Thank you for backing me in that theory that I am a lot faster and more powerful than I appear on screen. Yes, Darren, a weekend. Leg God is not too far. It's, oh, I can't remember, but, you know, it's basically through, what is that? 300 miles? Something like that. Quite a long weekend, admittedly, but, you know. Hey, Mr. Crook. Good to see you, man. Thanks for the ride on. In fact, if we're dishing out new lungs and legs, I could do a lot worse than Dave Crook's legs. Oh, and lungs, for that matter. Hey, I'm on the flat bit. I made it. I don't have cramp. My knee is still attached to, what would it be attached to? I forget what those bones are called. My leg, anyway. I'm still breathing. And I am over the line. Boom. Get in. Route complete. That's the first time I've ever done Road to Sky, apparently. Balls. 37th out of, I don't know how many started, but I'm going to guess at about 450. So that's pretty good to be in the top 40 out of 450. This is my trainer. Right, I'm going to roll down the other side. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I'm going to roll down the other side to get my 3 miles. Thank you all for watching. It really helped, I'm telling you. I know it's not fast, but it's such a good distraction chatting away to you lot. I think I found it easier the last time when I did have a big glass of wine, but like I say, I'm trying to be sensitive to those that have got better willpower than me. Right, anyway, there will be a less laggy version of this on the YouTube channel for anybody that wants to either rewatch it or didn't catch it live. That was good fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well done to everybody that raced it. It's brilliant. I think I managed to complete my entire pad. I think I'm up to date on all the chat apart from Mr. Moon. Oh good, his turbo stopped. My dogs can stop howling. Yeah. Right. So if I start the next race and it's still squeaky, you could disqualify me. I promise to get it fixed before the next race, because I think you're right. I think Paul's right. I think I am losing at least 70 watts with this squeakiness. So I'll be back stronger than ever. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because it's been a very long one, nearly 2 hours. Thanks for persevering, everybody that sat through all of that. I love your company as always, and I will see you, well, Wednesday night, the Herd WKG race. Go and check it out in the, whatchamacallit, events thing, sign up, and should be fun. I'll let you know any more details I discover on that, but it looks like it's basically Crit City, points for your position over the laps. That's it. Very quickly, Ian Elston, alcoholics should not be sensitive to teetotalers. Drinking takes a lot of commitment. I need a new turbo made of titanium. I've hinted enough times to you guys. Kick a bike, come on. Mike Berger on, congrats, thank you Mike, very kind. Right, I am done. Great to see you all. See you all soon. Au revoir.